Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
Hey, I'm Mark. You can just call me MC, and
I'm Quanisha or Q.
awesome. We figured we'd start this channel, and we just figured we'd just start. We were at dinner, and we were like, man, let's start a YouTube channel. Let's see if we can, like, if not just for you guys, but for us, kind of vlog our journey to become like financially independent and what that looks like. Can it be done? There's a lot of self-help out there, like Dave Ramsey and Robert Kiyosaki, a lot of mentors pushing a lot of stuff, right? So we wanted to document that journey because I think we have the will to like make that a reality, like become financially free, and what that looks like for us. But we want to go ahead and document what that looks like for us. And we were like, man, maybe we might share it, we might not. I don't know. So at dinner, we were basically talking about one of the programs that we had signed up for, and really Q found it. You want to talk about like how you found it and like what's the objective of the program?
Yeah, so I got involved with this YouTube channel. They're called Our Rich Journey. Their names were Aman and Christina. So they started off with this journey of trying to reach FIRE. FIRE is financial independence, retire early. And the basis is trying to reach a FIRE number so that you can retire and live financially independent. So last year I came across this, is it more like a challenge or
It's like a challenge.
yeah, like a challenge or a journey where you do something every single day. You have a task and every day you cross it off, and it's called 365 to FIRE. And today we were able to meet with our accountability group, and it was cool because we get to see, I think it was about 25 people in the group, and we get to talk and introduce ourselves to each other and see where everybody come from. And it was really nice because you get to see that everybody's pretty much trying to reach the same thing. It's just people are also afraid of taking that step to get there, and to have someone or an accountability group to go through that journey with, it'll be really, really helpful, because to hold somebody accountable, like sometimes you don't hold yourself accountable, but to have someone say, hey, you said you were going to do this, did you do that thing? And it's like, oh crap, no, I didn't.
And how long is it? It's like for a whole year.
It's for a whole year, yep. So 365 days you have different tasks to go through, and you have to check them off.
Does the people, like what age group is?
So the age group, it looked like from our accountability group, range from like 35 and up, maybe around that. So 35 and up. I think the one person was like 50 something. So 30 to 50.
Yeah,
almost 60.
Almost 60.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were. I was kind of surprised because I guess we were like the younger, on the younger end of that spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
And even at like that age, like 60, 50, you think people would be farther along, and they're like, hey, like we want to get started, or we're not where we want to be, but they're still motivated to like retire and like try to be financially independent. So I think we're in the right group, so we can learn the do's and the don'ts. But it was really kind of inspiration to have people that are like-minded, that want more, want better for their life. So that was the first thing. Most of them were they were just honest, and we really, really appreciated that honesty there. I guess we could tell you a little bit about our backstory, and so I guess I'll go first.
Yeah, go ahead.
was born in Chicago, but really I was raised in Memphis, Tennessee. But yeah, before we settled down in Memphis, I kind of bounced around everywhere. I was on the East Coast, and I also I was in an Asian country for a little bit, and then my family basically settled down in Memphis, and that's where I kind of got my feet wet and working, and try to apply some skill set, whatever I wanted to do. Now, I work at basically as a HVAC guy at Siemens. That's a automation and controls company. I don't know if it's basically a computer that attaches to like a boiler or a chiller or something. It's cool to me, but it's not necessarily something that you'd say I want to do that for like the next 50 years, So that's my story. And before I got into that, I was in the Navy, and that's how I met Q. And so
I guess that's where I step in. So grew up in Florida. So I went to school for athletic training. I'm an athletic trainer. Got my bachelor's. However, after going to school to get my bachelor's, I ended up enlisting in the military. Not necessarily was a part of the plan. I didn't think I would ever get involved in the military.
She's like the nicest person you ever met. Never heard a butterfly. That's why she's a medic in the military. So.
Yeah, so I ended up going to the Navy for about 4 years. I'm trying to see this is where I kind of got my feet wet with like Robert Kiyosaki, finding out who Robert Kiyosaki was, and going to one of his seminars. So I went to one of those. Super informational. I just didn't feel like I didn't want to spend $50,000 on a course. So I was like, there's something else. And I didn't want to get involved in real estate. Okay, I'll break it down. So I didn't want to do the real estate thing because I feel like it's too much. And I've always been interested in doing stocks. So ever since I was about 10, 11, I was interested in doing stocks, and I always wanted to get involved in the stock market. I remember going to, I think I was like 15. I went to Edward Jones. I think that's what they're called, Edward Jones. My mom told me to go there and talk to them about getting involved in stock brokerages and things like that. So I went there, and they told me, oh, come back when you got $1,000. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, sure. Sure, buddy.
But then my whole life, I knew there was something that you can do where you put money in over time, and then they said that if you start young, that once you get to 20, 25, that you'll have $500,000. And I'm like,
yeah, we weren't taught that.
Yeah, I'm like, how do I do that? Where do I put my money?
What's the steps?
Yeah, so I've always been the type of person to save, and I just didn't know where to save it. I'm like, okay, do I put it in a bank? But if I put it in a bank, I make barely nothing. I don't get anything back. So I just didn't know. My mom went to school. She was trying to go to school for financial finances. She wanted to be a financial advisor. However, she also didn't know how or where to put your money. So it was just not knowing, what to do. Just not having that knowledge in our family. Not being around people that done the thing. So we didn't know how to do the thing.
They weren't actually people that executed their financial dreams. They kind of got pushed around by the headwinds that plague us all, right? Having a too much month at the end of the money, and working a job, whether you liked it or not. And so we kind of wanted to take a step back, and we were asking ourselves, well, if there's people that can make that a reality for themselves, like they can actually become financially independent, why can't we? So when we were on the ship, one of the things we really enjoyed was Robert Kiyosaki has this game. It's called Cash Flow. It goes along with his like super mentorship stuff, where he says, there's 4 quadrants, but really everyone's trying to get out of this rat race. No matter if you're an employee, or you're a business person, you're an investor, or you're self-employed. You're all trying to get out of like working a job, working paycheck to paycheck, into what he calls a fast track. That's where the rich live, and they play by a different set of rules. We played that a few times on the ship, and I was fortunate to have a group of guys on the boat that had nothing better to do when in their off time between like watches or whatever. Yeah. And they, you get really good playing like 2 times, 3 times a night, getting out of the rat race. And then you start asking, well, wait a minute, if I can get out of the rat race, and the whole point of this game is to get out of the rat race, and like run it like a bunch of scenarios, I should be able to do it in real life. So that's kind of where I saw like the light bulb hit for me, is I keep getting out of the rat race on this board game. Let's apply it. So from there, really, it was getting with these guys. I was really fortunate that a lot of times the people that were getting out of the rat race with me, that they wanted more out of their future too. And when Q played the game, man, she almost she, like, the first time I was like super geeked. I was like, Q, you gotta come play this game, you're gonna love it. She was like, what is it? I was like, it's like helping you get financial literacy. She was all about the game, right? She's like, oh yeah, I'll play the game, that's cool, right? Let her get the, like, if you've ever played the game, she got like the liability, the boat, right? And she almost quit. And I was like, no, don't quit. So the boat, for anybody who doesn't realize, it's like the most expensive liability that the game really has. You pay like a down payment, and you pay a monthly thing, and it goes on. You finance for it. It's a problem. Okay, it's a diaper full. And she almost quit, and I was like, no, don't quit. You can do this, right? She ended up getting out of her first time playing, getting out of the rat race, the first, and so she was on the fast track first. I was like, yeah, see, even you got it with the right guidance, with the right guidance. So what's crazy is from there it was kind of history. So we started looking into like, hey, what's the best way to do it? To start your journey, and part of that journey is what we're gonna document is our the steps we're gonna take to like get to that FIRE level, that financially independent, retired early level. We're trying to do that. We got some numbers in mind. We'll drop those at a later video, but we're super excited, man. And just the aspect of starting a new project is super exciting. We were talking about that at dinner, like, man, let's just go for it. Let's just start and documenting our journey. So if you guys see it, cool. If you don't, and it's just for us, cool. We don't care. We're just gonna do this thing, and we're gonna drop these nuggets on you as we get them. Yeah. So assets coming. Don't worry, we might do real estate. She gets super geeked about this one REIT she bought. It drops $1 dividend every month, and she comes and she's like, yo, I got $1 dividend. And I'm like, all right. We're gonna work on it, what I'm saying? We're gonna make it shake. So we're super excited to kind of share that with you, the $1 dividend on a REIT, and we got some other nuggets. That's the start, right? The $1 dividend on the REITs, man. So thank you guys for your energy. Thank you guys for your time and coming to join us, and more coming soon, man. Yeah, all nuggets.
We're excited.
All nuggets, all excited. So thank you. Have a good day. Peace.
Bye.